Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. We do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday. Hopefully I can get them all done. But we do it with all three classes, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. So if that interests you at all, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, or look in the description box down below. I will eventually get those other two done, hopefully no later than Wednesday. But last time this Nightfall came up, I had on the other two classes, so just that this one might be the only one this week. But we are rocking the Night Stalker for the entire time this time. I know I've been crutching on the Celestial Nighthawk Gunslinger here lately, but this time we're just rocking the Night Stalker through the whole thing. Better Devils, awesome, definitely use it. Banananan SR4, again, very awesome. If you got it, definitely use it. I've actually used it with Arc the entire time, helped out a lot through most of it, the entire strike, so you know, you don't have to switch anything back and forth or whatever. Telesto, I've been crushing on Telesto. That's going to continue to happen this week, and then we're just using Warcliffe Coil to glitch the ammo. Well, I don't even think it's a glitch, it's like cheesing ammo. And then we're also rocking the Orpheus rigs. Provides ability energy for each enemy tethered by shadow shot anchors. Now this works best, really only with Keen's the Way of the Trapper. So the top one. It works very well. It's very, very helpful, especially in the first few sections of the fight. Like even up to the boss fight, it works pretty decently. And then as far as grenades go, I was rocking a Vortex grenade, but unfortunately Void grenades don't deal next to any damage whatsoever to the boss. I don't know why. Like, I've tried this before, I've tried the spike grenade before, and I've tried the vortex grenade. None of them do more than like the initial hit of damage, maybe one tick of damage. Whereas other subclasses will have a bunch more damage. Doesn't make sense to me, which is why I've switched to Gunslinger in the past for this strike. But I just couldn't get done with the Gunslinger. I tried earlier, couldn't do it. So Night Stalker actually worked pretty decently. So let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so we're starting the guide at this point because really it starts off with the Infinite Forest, and with the Curse of Osiris strikes, I like to just skip those because they are sort of randomly generated, and there's no point in me guiding your way through that. It's just be kind of a waste of time for both of us. So this is the very first section. You can literally run through everything else. Like, you'll run up the stairs, it's already open, you don't have to kill anything, run through that, run through the Infinite Forest, here's what you get. And then you just want to skip all the way up into here. And this is where you start killing stuff. Hopefully you get your super pretty decently quick. Try and make as many orbs as possible. If you want to, you can kill some of the stuff that we skipped just behind us. Really get that super going, because you are going to want it pretty early on right here. But once you kill all these guys, just go ahead, like, pick up all the orbs, all the ammo, whatever you got to pick it up, shoot the little cube, use the little bounce, jump, teleport thing, come running down here. In this next section there's going to be three or four harpies and 2 hobgoblins. Just go ahead and kill those those dudes as well, and then just come on, try and grab your orbs on your way over, because we're not coming back. A Hydra and a couple harpies I believe spawn there, or a Hydra, damn it, a Hydra and a couple goblins spawn in there. Just go ahead and skip those. Now hopefully here you do have your super by now. Go ahead and tether these dudes. I hate when this happens. I wish I knew how I was doing it, because it'd be really cool to do some, gunless, HUDless mode. But go ahead and just rock your Telesto on this dude if that's what you're using. It usually takes three or four shots to kill these mini boss minotaurs, and then just kill all these goblins. And it shouldn't take you too long. Some of these dudes will come over horse. Some of them are going to drop power ammo, so if you need to, or I would suggest you Warcliffe coil some ammo, and then kill these dudes. This is why I love Orpheus rigs. Pretty much instant super. I love it. I've loved it since the first second I got this, and I don't take it off usually in PvE. Running strikes, like normals, or heroic strikes, frickin' public events, Orpheus rigs is my jam. So don't forget to switch back over to Telesto. You don't want to shoot that rocket and then lose all your ammo. But in this room there's going to be 3 hobgoblins, 2 hydra. Now I'm saying hydras. 3 hobgoblins, 2 harpies. Go ahead and kill them. The one in the far back, talking about the hobgoblin, is an elite. So go ahead and kill that dude as well. And then there's just one more guy right here. And then in that Vex gate thing, there are going to spawn in 2 more hobgoblins. And I believe a total of 3 harpies, one of which will also be an elite. So just keep that in mind. Or I guess it's 4. Yeah, it's 4 harpies, 1 is an elite. Go ahead and just take care of them. Kill this dude. You shouldn't have to Warcliffe coil here, but if you need to, go ahead. And then in this little bit, there's going to be, I think there's like 5 fanatics. Those are the ones that explode. So kind of come and shoot them as they get into your line of sight. And then jump up here. We're going to do another tether because we already got it back. Thank you, Orpheus rigs. You want it about a little further back than that, but that's alright. There are going to be 2 minotaurs that spawn in here and a bunch of goblins. A couple hobgoblins by the looks of it. One of the minotaurs is an elite, and he's going to hide in the back through this entire section. So what I do is just kind of either bait him into the grenade, bait him into a tether, or just Telesto. And then after that, after you kill both of those minotaurs, we'll just go ahead and move on into the next section. Once you're here, run straight into the middle of the room. Don't stop for nothing because these guys are going to spawn in. Shoot the cube and then run all the way back. This is kind of your safety zone for this little section. Again, Telesto takes about 3 to 4 shots depending on if you use a grenade or not. Bam. And then those other minotaurs are literally just going to stand back there. You can literally just Telesto them away really quickly. So just go ahead and do that. And then kill the 2 hobgoblins trying to snipe you from way back there. And then shoot the little cube again. And we'll move on again to the next section. Alright, once here, I know it's going to be tempting to use your tether, but go ahead and save it for not these goblins, but there's going to be another group that are still kind of hiding in the back with a minotaur, a couple hobgoblins. You're going to want to get these guys with your tether right there. Hopefully you can get that minotaur in there as well, but if not, just go ahead and come over here. And then boom, all gone. Of course we didn't rock the minotaur in there, but that's alright. Just go ahead and pick up what you can and then move on in. Alright, right here there's going to be like, I think it's another 5 fanatics, and there's also going to be 4 hobgoblins kind of spread out through the room on the towers. I like to start with the one in the front and then just slowly make my way back on that. Once you get about to the stairs where that last fanatic died, there will be about 5, maybe 6 harpies that spawn in. Go ahead and kill all of them, and then continue killing the hobgoblins until they're all gone. Like I said, there's about 5 of them. That's number 2. That's number 1. That one right there is number 2. 3, and then okay, it's 4. There's 4 in here. As you can see, there's those harpies I was talking about. Go ahead and kill them. And then, like I said, you want to kill all the hobgoblins before you move on any further into the room, because that's when the next mini boss minotaur is going to spawn in. And you don't want to have any part of that with a hobgoblin that's freely shooting at you. But make sure everything's reloaded. And then you're going to want to shoot the cube. So just like before, we're going to run for our lives to and from. Just right there. You want to shoot that tether a little bit closer to where I am. About where that minotaur is standing. That's about where you want to shoot your tether. That way you can just literally get everything with your Telesto. Or, you know, a curtain call rocket or a Sins of the Past. Whatever power ammo you're using. But Telesto does work nicely. I don't see many people rocking Telesto these days, despite it being very good. Alright, but once you kill the mini-boss, I would suggest you Warcliffe coil the ammo, because we're not getting another chance at it. I don't think I actually do it, unfortunately, but it works out in the end. If you want to, after you kill the mini-boss, you can go shoot that cube, go invis, and then hop on up. I think that's what I do about here. Because there's no point in wasting my time. We're not really going for points. There we go. Grab the orb. Jump up again. And then we're just literally going to skip through this whole beat. Just like so. And then jump on over. Use that. And we're at the boss fight. Now this boss fight is pretty challenging. Especially without the ability to use your grenades to damage the boss. So you're going to use your grenades primarily for clumps of enemies. As you see, I'm standing right here just for that cover. It spawns there every single time. I'm pretty sure some of these randomly generate sometimes. I'm not sure. It might be that's just how it is, but here's a good look at what the grenade does. Not even 500 points of damage. Very annoying. I do more with my my weapons with 2 or 3 shots. But what you want to do is just hold on to your super. I don't think we actually use it at all until pretty much the very end. But if you want to, you can go ahead and pop your super, I guess. You will risk getting swarmed by ads if you do enough damage. As you see, there's a total of 3 waves. The primary wave just after we start doing damage to the boss, and then this one, and then there's one more all of them are going to be goblins except for the last one, which will have goblins and hobgoblins, which is why I say you might want to hold on to your grenades. But just go ahead and do that until The hobgoblins show up, the boss will swivel around to behind us, and then you'll just take out all the ads, like so. Here we go. Perfect timing. Go ahead and kill these guys. The other ones will spawn in on the mirror opposite side. So in that far back corner, go ahead and kill these hobgoblins. And then you can start doing damage to the boss. As you can see, there's the cover respawning. I don't know what you want to call that. Teleporting, vexing. And then we're trying that smoke bomb, see if it'll do damage, but it does even less damage than the damn grenades. So here we go. We're just going to whittle down the boss's health. You do want to save about 4, maybe 5 shots of Telesto damage for when the Minotaurs awaken. That way you can kill one, Warcliffe coil the thing, get full ammo again, and then kill the second one. You're not going to have time, but we'll get there. This is me testing out the invisibility, because I remembered specifically the reason why I started doing the Celestial Nighthawk Gunslinger is because this thing seemed to kill me in invisibility every single time. So that's me testing it out. It actually, I don't know if it was a bug or if it was just, I don't know, but invisibility works just fine against the boss now. So I would suggest to have at least 2 Void class item mods on your character for this one, just so you can get that class, that invisibility, decently quick. Alright, and then as you can see, we're just focusing on the ads. Anytime you have ads, stop dealing damage to the boss immediately. You don't want to be dealing with ads and the boss, especially if the boss starts rotating. That it gets hectic and chaotic and not very fun. It's where I start dying a lot. So just go ahead and whittle down the boss's health. And then the next time it starts moving is when we're going to do the first 2 Minotaurs. There's going to be like 5 goblins. 2 will be elite. No, it's 6. It's 6 goblins. There they start coming in. Or is it 5? It might be 8. Anyways, there's goblins that'll spawn in on either side. Those will be normal health, just as you see. And then 2 in the middle will be elites. You want to take out this batch of enemies first. With your grenade, if you get them stuck in there real good, it should only take 3 Telesto shots. Go ahead and Warcliffe coil the ammo now, because like I said before, you're not going to have time to do this once you shoot that second cube, because it will reawaken the boss. So you're going to want to take out the 2 elites in the middle. You do not want to be dealing with them later on. So go ahead and kill them. Maybe. And then once you kill this dude, they'll usually hide from you, unfortunately. But go ahead and make your way around. Doesn't really matter which way. I prefer the long way just because it's safer. Just go ahead and jump in the bubble. As long as you're in this bubble, the Minotaur will not shoot you either, so you're safe from that. The only thing that's going to try and do damage to you is these goblins until you shoot that. But once again, go ahead and throw your grenade. There we go. Try and get a couple shots on the boss. He's only shooting me there because that's where I was the last time. And then I like to save the power ammo from the 2 elites for this section. That way I can unleash my Telesto until ads start spawning in, and then I go in Viz, pick up those 2 bricks, and then we'll keep on moving on. Now in this section, he'll add an attack that has, you know, orb that you just saw, do not, under any circumstances, get hit by that. It will slow you. It'll do a buttload of damage. 2, it will slow you down. So if you just happen to get hit by it and the boss starts spinning, you're screwed. So just be very careful. It won't follow you around or anything. So as long as you're behind cover and like distance, a slight distance from the cover, like I am doing right here, it won't hit you, so you don't have to worry about it too awful bad. We just keep doing damage until the ads spawn in. There's going to be some fanatics, I believe that's where this comes in. Maybe not. I know there is a couple waves of ads here, and then we're just going to do the same thing that we did before, only substitute goblins for harpies. And they will have arc shields, which is why we're using the arc weapons. So go ahead and just blow them away. Just like so. Make sure everything's reloaded. Throw your grenade. You want to be careful here because the harpies will shoot at you. As you can see, get very lucky here. Gonna go ahead and Wardcliff coil that ammo, I think. There we go. Alright, and then kill the 2 harpies, just like we did with the 2 goblins. And once those 2 are dead, we'll go and kill the other Minotaur, and then that's when things start to get a bit tricky. Once you kill that second Minotaur, instead of, okay, do this chunk of damage, the boss moves. Do this chunk of damage, the boss moves. This time, ads will just continuously spawn in, every minute, maybe less, maybe 30 seconds. It not very long is what I'm trying to say. It feels like every 5 to 10 seconds. And I think that's a bit too fast. But it will be like goblins, fanatics, hobgoblins, and then the last 2 waves have 2 minotaurs each. There's going to be a total of 4 minotaurs. So you definitely want to be very careful, very fast. And as you can see, the cover is going to be doing that. Every time the boss starts moving, the cover starts moving. So be very careful. You'll see me go invis here a lot. And then wait until all the minotaurs spawn in, or just the 2. And then go ahead and hopefully you can get a big clump of enemies to clump up together. Tether them, Telesto, you're home free. Once you see all those minotaurs spawn in, that's it. You'll just have to worry about the boss moving around, invis, that kind of stuff. Here we go. So I'm going to let this video run out because once you kill all those ads, that's it. You just have to worry about the boss rotating, and it's not very hard to do without ads. Just make sure you can go invis quite often. And yeah, so I'm going to let this video play out. There's only about 5 minutes left total. So hopefully this guide helped you out. If it did, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if it didn't, go watch someone else's video. It's not going to hurt my feelings at all. But hopefully you did like it. Hopefully it'll help you out. Maybe I gave you some pointers you didn't think of before. I don't know. And yeah, other than that, stay positive, be happy, live long and healthy, live long and prosper. Have an incredible weekend. Look in the description box down below for the other guides, probably, hopefully, tomorrow.
feel it. The light is back. We're back. Eyes up, Guardian.